Greetings, and greetings. Salutations, everyone. Welcome. This was not planned, spur of the moment live stream, but this live stream is meant for a purpose. There's a giant thing that I need to do today. Um, Looks like notifications just went out, but there's a giant thing that I need to do today, um, and literally that is, you know, uh, thanking a lot of you. I am truly humbled. How you doing? Welcome in. I have to kind of put this there. Let's get that in. If you're coming in, feel free to say hi, say hello. Hello, Jim. What's up? What's going on? So throughout the duration of this podcast, I am going to be live reacting to 4 of my top videos that I've put up on YouTube. This is absolutely crazy. What's up, Michael? What's going on, man? So let's get in. Hi. Like I said, I'm going to be reacting to 4 of my top videos on my channel, the ones that have the most views, and it's considered the most popular. I don't know about views. I think I have like one video that's over. Oh no, probably not. Anyways, I am going to be live reacting to 4 of those, but I'm also going to be chopping it up with you guys, and this is, I guess, you guys are open to ask me any questions you guys want to know. At the same time, too, I'm also going to be addressing some other things too at the same time. One of them being the whole Boost Mobile. What happens now that a year has come and you're on the infinite access for iPhone? What do you do? Because there was an interesting statement put on Reddit from somebody that contacted them and then was told something really odd and strange. So I'm going to be talking about that. The whole Boost Infinite Access plan for iPhone. How is that supposed to work out? Reacting to 4 videos, 4 of my top videos. I'm not going to do them all together. I'm going to break them up across the broadcast. So it'll be like a reaction here, and then, talk about this, reaction here, talk about this. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm excited. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who's ever come around on the live streams, who's ever watched any of my videos that I posted up, who's always there to thumbs up a video, who's always there to comment on a video. If it's not for you guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I know this. I'm no damn fool when it comes to this. So currently, right now, the channel sits at 13,005 subscribers is where we're currently sitting at. So I'll have that set up here in just a second. But before I take it off the screen, anybody that comes across the channel wants to try out Helium Mobile for 1 month, use that QR code right there. Link is also in the description. Just sign up through the app, and upon checkout where it says apply promo, type in my promo code as you see it in the description, so it's all capital letters, and that'll get you your first month for free to try out Helium Mobile. So for sure, take advantage of that. All right, so crazy. We are currently sitting at 13,005 subscribers. Okay, it's no easy thing to achieve, and I did not do this by myself. Every one of y'all has a part to play in this. So while I'm excited, I am going to celebrate with my favorite beverage, and that is a can of green tea. Ice cold too, the best. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Hey, what's up? I did not expect to find you in here, but glad you came here. Happy to have you. Y'all don't know. Yeah, Victoria is a real cool person. Never got to meet her in person. We live in the same city. Never got to meet her in person, but she's got a pretty cool TikTok. So, Vicky, if you're still here, if you want to put the link to your TikTok in the chat so other people can check you out, definitely do that. But yeah, it's been a crazy time. It has been a crazy time. So. Yeah, I appreciate that, Gene. Do I need a sub count? What do you mean? Like I already crossed 13,000. And that's not easy to do, right? There's some people that can do it, right? There's some people that have, like, you know, they just have the it factor to go viral on social platforms. I am not one of those people. So when hitting 13,000, that's pretty impressive in my book. Considering, and plus too, like the landscape of YouTube has changed quite a bit. It has changed a lot from what it used to be. But yeah, even looking back right now, like some of the videos that I'm going to be. No, I'm at 13,000 and sorry, if I said 500, I'm wrong. 13,005. I just crossed 13,000 today. I don't gain followers that fast. I wouldn't gain 400 followers in less than 24 hours. Usually I gain like maybe 2 or 3 new subscribers every day, every other day. Sometimes I end up like spiking and getting like, you know, 50 subscribers in one day. It just depends. Oh, like that? No, I don't have anything like that, like a subscriber counter thing. That would have been cool, right? Like, but then again, like, you know, sometimes I can go like an entire 2 or 3 days without gaining 1 subscriber. So if I was to like put up a counter that was like 12,999 and we're all in the live stream waiting for it and it doesn't happen, like I would probably be sitting here for like a day or 2 before it actually happened. So that would be yeah, like I don't know, but that's a cool idea though. I mean, if I ever made it that viral that I'm just gaining subscribers like every 10-15 minutes, I would do something like that. If you cross like 50,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers, right? 100,000 subscribers gets you the what is it? I think it's the silver play button. Yeah. Nonetheless, I'm just happy at the fact that the channel still continues to get viewership and it still continues to grow, right? 13,000 subscribers, like over 3,100 plus videos. And that includes live streams, YouTube shorts, all that type of stuff. You know, it's no easy task to get to that. It is really, really, really hard. And I appreciate the struggle every step of the way. And even at times when I felt like throwing in the towel, you know, I was, you know, just in a very odd, weird space. Through all the things that I went through, and my channel still continues to grow, surprises the hell out of me. So, you know, I will always be humble and always be thankful to all of you, because I firmly believe in it. This channel would not be shit if it wasn't for you guys. If it wasn't for you guys in the chat that's posting, if it wasn't for, you know, the people that I have a fun time collaborating with, if it wasn't, you know, for social media, like, you know, formerly known as Twitter, now known as X, or Threads, or Facebook, you know, all these places where I post my videos. And sometimes, you know, I get nervous doing that because I feel like that I'm spamming people, and I don't want people to get mad at me or anything like that. But, you know, surprisingly, I've never really gotten any harsh feedback for doing that. You know, even when, you know, I got partnered with Helium Mobile and got the deal to give you guys 1 month free to sign up with them. Even doing that and posting that, and I've never gotten backlash for doing that. And you know, but like when I was told from Helium Mobile, like, hey, we're gonna give you a promo code. With that promo code, give it to your subscribers, and when they sign up using your promo code, we're gonna give them 1 month free to try out Helium Mobile. Because like if you're a Helium customer, you have a dedicated code to share with people, but that gives them $5 off. So their first month would be $15, and then $20 after that. My code, as well as other people who have partnered with Helium Mobile, you get a month. You get a month free. So the whole $20 is credited. Um, and I was very excited to have that deal, to have that offer, to be able to give to people. And I will continue to share that. I will continue to put that QR code up in live streams. I will continue to. You'll always find it in the description of my videos. It is permanently there for anyone that can't remember it. Just go to any one of my videos. You'll find it. If you follow me on X, formerly Twitter, you'll find it in one of my post feeds. I'm always sharing that code because I'm always wanting people to take advantage of that deal. It's really good service. It is really good service. Have nothing real. You know what? Like Helium Mobile is one of the only ones I don't have anything ill to say about them. Like I don't have anything bad to say about them. Yeah. So anyhow, I'm gonna react to one of my old videos. So this one's from 8 years ago. Wow, shit, that's a long time ago. This video was called, I titled it LG Stylo, How to Move Apps to SD on 6.0 Marshmallow. So I'll kind of dim down the background noise a little bit. And let's do this. Of course, there might be some ads or whatever.
It's time to help people customize and save.
I don't have YouTube Premium, for those who want to know. Oh, it's just a regular. No audio from me or whatever. And this is using Windows Movie Editor thing. Oh my god. This is crazy. This was back in the day when you would root your Android device to be able to use things like link to SD. And then this was back when adoptable storage became a thing on Android with Android Marshmallow. So I was just showing people how to do it. How to basically, and it didn't move the entire app to the SD card. All it really did was move majority of the data from the app onto the SD card. Kind of like how you could offload apps on iOS. And then that way they're not taking up so much internal storage. And then when you actually need to use the app, you tap on it and like quickly re-downloads all the data because the data is cached. So this was just like a little fast tutorial. Nothing major, but yeah, I mean, that was a pretty, for me, that was just like exciting back then, with Android and all the advancements it was making, all the changes that it was making, it was something into an extent where it was just like, any one of these things that I can do to kind of help people, right? Because that was my goal back then when I was doing YouTube and when I was heavily focused on this type of, helpful videos and stuff like that. It was all about really just showing people like you didn't have to spend $600 on a flagship phone when there were so many things you could do to your phone with just a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of dedication, and you can have, a mid-range device that, nearly performs as a flagship. And that's really what it was. So when, adoptable storage became a thing on Android, it was like, I wanted to show people how to do it so they can do it themselves on a device that supported adoptable storage, because not every device supported it. I know ZTEs did, LG did. I don't think Samsung did at the time of that video, but they did afterwards. But yeah, so, and it was just literally like it was doing like what the Nextbit Robin. I don't know if you guys remember that phone, but the Nextbit Robin had a similar idea before Nextbit sold out to I believe it was the Asus ROG. I think it was them, if I'm not mistaken. No, Razer. They sold out to Razer. So Razer started making their own phones, their gaming phones. Nextbit sold out to them, but the Nextbit Robin was a unique device. I remember getting one. I was super excited to have it, and but I got it at a time where Nextbit had already sold to Razer, so they shut down their cloud-based storage for Nextbit Robin devices, which is what you would do. Like if there were apps that you really didn't use but you did want to keep on your phone, they would automatically back up to the cloud. Their icon would be grayed out because they weren't on the internal storage of your device. And anytime that you needed it, you would just tap on it. It would a lot of the information was cached, so it was very easy not only to just re-download the data, but the data to be back exactly where you left off at. And it was a very cool phone. But adoptable storage kind of brought that same idea baked into Android. I am working on phasing out Comcast Xfinity, choosing consumer cellular for my phone and ISP. I'm only keeping Comcast as home ISP until the wife leaves Xfinity Mobile. Got you. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. But you know what? I want to say thank you to you. The channel would not be where it's at unless you had a part to do in it. And you do. You have a part to do in it. Gene has a part to do in it. Brian Lau has a part to do in it. Nian Dang has a part to do in it. Sneed Mobile Tech has a part to do in it. Carlos S Tech, B Tech Reviews, my longtime buddy on YouTube, Mike. B Tech Reviews, Budget Tech Reviews, the guy who literally always had me amped to make videos back in the day. Like I said, I never had a competition against B Tech, but when he dropped a video, it just lit a fire in my ass where I'm like, I gotta drop a video. And then he would drop a video, I would drop a video, and then I would drop a video, and I would see he would drop the same type of video on the same day, and it was so cool. I guess that's why I clicked so well with him as a friend, and can't wait to meet him in person when I move to the Midwest, where I'm closer to him, so I can drive closer, drive down to go visit him, and maybe do like a live stream from his place, or take my laptop and microphone and stuff, and maybe like at the hotel that I stay at, maybe set it up to do a podcast in the hotel and just have me and him in the same room. Would be absolutely amazing. Like I really want to meet everybody that I've had an influential friendship with here. Like I would love, like I know the guys were talking about one day meeting up at CES, like everybody go out to CES and meet up and whatnot, and I was still really I was looking forward to it. It's gonna be a little bit harder though now that when I move to the Midwest, definitely gonna have to do a longer drive than what I would. Like if everyone went this year to CES and planned for all of us to meet up, it could have been done for me a lot easier. Las Vegas is only 5 hours away from me. Like I can drive that in the day and get up to Vegas and then stay the night over there and then drive back. It's not that far to drive from Phoenix to Las Vegas, but it'll be a lot harder to drive from Oklahoma to Las Vegas. But I'll still do the trip though, if everyone does it. But there's only a stipulation that I have. If everybody that clicked up together met at CES, say next year, CES 2025. The only way I'm going to go is if Sneed goes, because that's somebody I definitely want to meet face to face, for a lot of reasons. But yeah, if he goes, I'll go. But if he goes, it's a no deal. But yeah. I've been on this platform for such a long time. I appreciate that, Gene. Yeah, not only have you been a subscriber for 3 years now, Gene, but you're always actively watching my videos, which I appreciate that. I've been on this platform for golly since 2010, 14 years. I've been on YouTube for 14 years. This channel has been active, for I want to say 12 or 13 years. Because I had a channel before this for a whole year, and then I killed the channel, and then worked on this channel, and it grew. About like 13 years for this particular channel. And I have seen it all. I have seen a lot of things. I have seen the evolution of YouTube. I have seen the changes in YouTube. I have not personally face-to-face have met people, but I have, I have come across content creators, some good, some the good ones I still keep in contact today. I still comment their stuff on social media. I still give them my view. I still try and, you know, let them know that I'm still there to support them in some form or fashion, whether it's like commenting an emoji, just so they see like, hey, you know, Tito commented happy face or smiley face or, you know, blah face or something like that. Um, and I've, you know, come in contact with people that, you know, just wanted something out of it. Some people that like latched on, you know, and thought that I could be a catalyst to push their channel, which I'm furthest from that. Like I am like the last person you ever want to latch onto to think that you're gonna gain a lot of followings, because my channel is pretty mellow and it's pretty chill, and yeah, it's not like that, and I don't put myself out there like that. I may every now and then share a little something cool, but I don't do it on a daily basis. Yeah, long time in business, and for a time I did treat this as a business. I think it was like 4 years ago where I just decided to just run and chill this channel as a chill channel and no longer really kind of push to be, you know, a top content creator, because that was what my goal was back then. My goal was to be top in the tech space of YouTube, and I was actively pushing my channel to that point. It wasn't until 4 years ago where I said to myself, like, I'm gonna make the videos that I want to make and just leave it at that. And you can kind of see that. I mean, you look at these other videos, like don't get me wrong, I have a lot of fun making these videos from the past. Like that video I just reacted to, that's sitting currently at 97,000 views from 8 years ago. So it didn't gain 97,000 views when I put it out, but from then till now, it's reached 97,000 views. The next one I'm going to be reacting to here soon, unlock Wi-Fi hotspot for Boost Mobile. Root is required. This one is sitting at 92,000 views, and I still get comments on this video. And let me just say this off the bat: that method that I did to unlock the hotspot without a hotspot subscription on Boost Mobile. First of all, it required root. Secondly, it doesn't work anymore. That's from like 9 years ago that I did. So it's not going to work today, especially with Dish. No way. But anyways, let's do this one.
Wix gives you the power.
Always got to have ads.
To build the website you need. With full.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Holy shit. Do I look the same?
Yeah, I got something pretty cool to show you guys. It's,
Man, I know I was a little bit chubbier then. At that time, I probably weighed about 207 pounds. Right now, if you want to know, I weigh in like at a $173. Man, oh man. And I was doing videos wherever I could. Like that was in my bedroom. That was in my bedroom. That was on the south side of Phoenix when I lived on the south side of Phoenix. And
so I'm showing you guys this.
Yeah, it's I always recorded videos with my phone.
But I'm going to show you guys how I got mobile hotspot.
And like these things, I always found them cool to do. Like as soon as I learned something, I was like, oh my god, I gotta share this with everybody. And I would just head straight to the bedroom, get the phone out, the tripod out, and start recording. So
let's get in it.
Oh my god, my old intro.
Okay, guys, please excuse all the construction going on right now.
Yeah, there was construction outside happening, and
I'm going to show you guys, like I said in the beginning, I'm going to show you guys basically how to unlock the Wi-Fi.
Man, look at the LGG stylo. Look at the icons and everything.
Dominic's,
even Google Plus is there.
But I will have Dominic's video linked in the description of this video, so you guys can check out his video
Snapchat,
as well.
Play Music,
this one is using
Hangouts.
a totally different app.
God, I miss Hangouts.
The one that he chose to use. This one actually relies on the application Shortcut Master Lite.
Oh, these freaking apps.
You can download that in the Play Store.
And but you need root.
It's really simple to use. Basically, once you launch the application,
yeah, you got to start somewhere.
On top right
for sure.
Over here, you'll see three dots. Sure. Go ahead and click that, and click search. Now, down here at the search, you want to type in APN. And it's going to bring up everything that has to do with the APN settings.
I always enjoy doing
once
stuff
you do
like
that,
this.
you will find one. Let's see here. What's it at? Okay, you will find one that says com.lge.hiddenmenu.vzw underscore only.apn settings.
Yeah, vintage videos.
Yes,
Yes, for sure.
Which will bring up this little menu here, and we'll click launch.
It's a lot of nostalgic.
Okay, now once it's launched, basically on the top
a lot of nostalgic seeing it.
You want to open that one up, and down here, when you scroll a little bit down, you'll see. What's it?
Oh,
APN
man.
type. It says default, comma MMS. You want to click that.
Can you believe
Hit
back in the
another
day
comma.
with some devices they didn't allow
And
you
then
to
type
edit
in
the APN?
DU.
That's the reason why you had to have root to do this.
Hit OK. And then from here, you click save. And that's pretty much it. So from this point right now, we're going to go ahead and reboot the phone.
I wish there was a way to let YouTube like reprocess your videos
And I brought
and
my dummy phone here,
you know,
so
bring up the resolution and smooth
just
it out.
unlock
That would
it.
be so cool. I mean, I would do it myself, but I don't have the
Go
time to
into
re-download
settings.
all these videos and run them through an editor and
Okay,
fix the
so we'll wait
resolution and
for
then re-upload it.
the G-Stylo to reboot. Okay, so now that everything's back on, we're going to go ahead and
The moment of truth part. Did it
Right on.
work? And believe you me, I was
And then
nervous
activate.
too because I was like, if this doesn't work, because I didn't like test it first. I was such in a hurry to get these videos out to help people that I would just. This is like live going down. Either it's going to work
yeah,
or it's
that's
not
what
going to
I thought,
work. You know.
yes.
Just imagine if this was done on a live stream. Oh my
right
God,
on.
the pressure would have been like 1,000 times
And
more.
now, I know I messed up. Sometimes I make mistakes, but forgive me for that, guys. Okay, so we have Foxify right here.
I really call it
And I'm going to go
Foxify.
ahead and connect to it.
Oh my God, it's cringe.
So it shows that it's connected. Okay, let me just bring this down a little bit. And so we go home. And let's live up Google.
Cheers to 9 years from this video. 9 years ago, this video dropped.
Alrighty. So this is the ZTE Max. It's not connected to my account or anything like that. So
That was a big,
let's,
hefty phone, and that was the phone
check out
that I got robbed
this
at
article on
gunpoint
Stage
for.
Fright.
That ZTE Max right there in hand.
Now, of course, the internet's not going to be super
RJ, what's up,
fast, like
man?
if you're
Thank
on
you.
Wi-Fi,
Thank
but
you, thank
quick
you, thank
enough.
you. Thank you for all the years of friendship,
yeah, as you guys
too.
can see, tethering works.
Golly.
And it's right now it's running on my LTE.
When LTE mattered
you
back
guys.
then before all this 5G. Had to emphasize, running on my LTE. Because if it wasn't on LTE, it would be on 3G.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but my little
No, you can't see it because the resolution was so bad back then.
my LTE is just spinning. But anyways, guys, yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's how you guys set up to get Wi-Fi hotspot on your Boost Mobile. I'm not sure if this works with Virgin Mobile, but you guys can try this out on your Virgin Mobile device. Follow
Yeah, I
the same
remember that
method.
so totally well.
And yeah, if this doesn't work for you, try Dominic's version. See if that one does work. But yeah, so now basically when I'm out and about, I can carry any of my other phones with me. And if I want to use any of my other phones, I can keep this phone in my pocket. And the phone that I want to use, connected to that through Wi-Fi hotspot. And I can use my Google Voice for phone calls and text
Man,
messages.
oh man, this is so...
So if you guys enjoyed this video,
I
please
miss
leave a
when
thumbs
phones
up.
were like that,
Let me
honestly.
know.
I
If you
miss
have not subscribed,
when we had the
please
LG
do so. Click that
G-Stylos.
subscribe button.
I
Share
miss the
this on
ZTE
social
devices.
networks,
They were really
and
good.
Follow me on mine. Links in the
They were really
description.
good for what
My
they
name is
are.
Tito with the little Android. Thank you guys.
Tito
for
with the
watching.
low Android. Represent.
Let me out. I'm stuck in your pocket.
Oh shit! I remember that.
Attention. President Trump.
Holy crap! Holy crap! I forgot about that ending I used to throw there. I used to do that just to make people laugh. I always wanted to make people laugh, and so I would throw that little ending. Let me out. I'm stuck in your pocket. I need to grab that from that clip. I'm going to reintroduce that back into modern videos today, just for the hell of it. I mean, this is wow, wow, man. But when making videos like this, I always genuinely, that was the goal. That was the end game goal. I mean, like, yeah, I wanted my channel to grow, but here's the thing, and I'm not knocking the other tech creators, so don't be like shots fired, trigger warning, all this other stuff. Like, no. But like I knew that there were content creators that obviously for sponsorships and making big money and stuff like that, right? And so I knew that with these larger creators, there was going to be a bit of biasness done, right, in business, right? So I wanted to help people on the premise of kind of keeping the balance. So I wanted like to show people like you didn't have to go and pay for this when you can just do this and get these results. That was always the end game goal there. And obviously 92,000 people took the time to watch it. Maybe like 70% of that 92,000 people, got something out of it. Content creating has always been my passion, but really when it came to the whole tech stuff, it was all about really like helping people. That's really what it was all about. It was just all about helping people. That has always been the end game goal. It's not easy to do this. Trust me, like, this probably sounds stupid as hell, but there's nights that I've cried. Like literally, I'm being honest with you guys. There's nights that I've cried because, sometimes people can be so cruel, you know what I mean? Like my intentions was only to help. You have people that come that are, the know-it-alls, and their whole goal was to try to make you feel and look stupid, And this is back in the day when, a lot of my emotions still played a big part. Maybe that's what's changed about me from then to now. I know guys like TJ, who comes into my live streams every now and then and watches my videos and stuff, had told me that he sees a difference in like my attitude and things like that. And I think over the years of dealing with so much crap that I just become so jaded and calloused that it's affecting like, how people perceive me in videos. Because back then it was just like the innocent happy-go-lucky Tito that was just like, oh my god, I got a good idea for a video, let me record it, let me get it uploaded. And then like, for the better part, it was received well by a lot of people. Some people would be like, thank you for showing me this, or that's a dope ass ROM, where'd you download it, or I ran into this issue, can you help me? I have a problem doing that. And you have these guys that's like, oh, this guy's fucking lame and stupid, it's not this, it's this, that, and blah blah blah. And back then it used to get to me. Back then I was just like, I thought I was helping people, and it just took that one person to just put that bullshit comment, and then I would feel like that what I did was worthless. And I don't know if anyone ever caught wind of it, because you'll know when those comments come around back then, because like I would be uploading videos every day, sometimes 2 or 3 videos a day, and then I would get that bullshit comment that would fuck with my emotions, and then I would go like 2 to 3 days without uploading anything. And in that time, it was just me getting away from YouTube and from the comments and social media, and just kind of being to myself. Nowadays, I really don't care if people like the video or dislike the video. What was it? Yesterday, I wanted to do a live stream in a different format, so I did it from my mobile phone rather than from this Restream platform. And I put a poll asking people if I should make the jump to total wireless. And a person took the time to sit there and say that, pop-ups annoy them, and that includes polls. So that's the reason why they thumbs down the video. And in my mind, I'm like, it's your right to thumbs down a video I make. Not every video I make is going to be fucking immaculate and perfect. There's going to be some videos that are lackluster where it's like, you might say to yourself like, I'm not feeling Tito's video today. So you watch like 3 seconds of it and clicked off. And no big deal. I'm not going to be hurt by that. But when people go out of their way to be like, yeah, I just want you to know that I thumbs down your video. And it's like, then, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Fuck out of here, type of thing. And like, I'm not shy to do it. Like I will put it to where the users hit it. Because YouTube has this handy tool where it's like hide users, future comments, and everything like that. So they can comment all they want. I won't see it. It won't be there for me to see, and I don't care. And it's basically turning into a scenario where you let the dog bark at the moon type of scenario. And that's what I do. And I just keep it moving and go on to the next thing. the nexting and all that stuff. You need more mods to stop the trolls from spreading hate on your channel. I I mean, there are a lot of mods. It's just a lot of the mods don't come on my live stream when I'm live. Either they're at work or like the times conflict. Trust me, I have more than 30 mods. You know, they're just not doing their thing. And I won't go and penalize them. I won't be like, hey, mods, get over there and do your thing. Like, no, some people can do that. Some people have the time, some don't, you know, but me personally, I mean, I am a one band person. Everything that happens on this channel is mine and mine alone. Okay, I don't have video editors. I do the editing myself. I don't have managers. I don't have people working behind the scenes. I am a one band army right here. I do the live streams. I host it. I'm the host. I'm speaking. I make the videos. I do the voiceovers, or I, you know, actively talking on camera. I use various different apps to make my videos, like CapCut, YouTube Create, YouTube Thumbnail Maker app. I use various different apps and stuff like that to make my content. I do the editing myself, and you know, I'm doing all this, and this is just like something fun for me to do, you know. Because at the same time too, I have my duties as a father. You know, my kids that, you know, get 80% of my attention. I have my wife that also gets 80% of my attention. And then there's time for myself, which is 20% of my life. And I use that time to work on this and to come on here and to talk. And I know it's hard for people to believe, but I suffer from stage fright. This is a little bit more bearable for me to do than if I was to actually sit in a room with every one of y'all and try to do the same thing. Yeah. It was hard for me to even do this, which is why I appreciate the time on YouTube, because in the earlier days, it really wasn't about live streaming so much. Live streaming wasn't such a big thing. So just really making videos and uploading it. And that was pretty much it. When Hangouts on Air became a thing with Google Plus and YouTube, kind of like being in tandem and doing the live streams, it was really hard. I was very nervous. I was, you know, I still get nervous. You guys will know when I'm nervous. When I start talking really fast, it's because my anxiety is starting to rise a little bit. You know, I know some people, I've gotten a comment before when I've openly said this about 6 years ago, and someone was like, why the fuck are you on YouTube then? Because, you know, I enjoy making content, you know, but I do know that you have to change with the times. And I do know that, you know, people find it better when a content creator they're subscribed to not only puts up video content for them to watch and enjoy, but also tends to come on a live stream and engage with them live. And so, yeah, that's something that, you know, I knew I had to come along with. And boy, did I fight hard as hell to get to that point. Yeah. Let's see. Your regular viewers make good mods. We support your efforts. Yeah, no, I know. And they used to be more regulars. Like, people have come and gone. Okay, so before I expand on that, I want to react to another video. This one is the Next Book 8 HD. How to root it. I'm not going to watch the whole thing because it's like 8 minutes long, but I'm just going to react to like maybe like the first 2 or 3 minutes of it. This was a tablet you guys can find in Walmart back in 2013. It was like freaking $100 for it. It was a really good tablet, and I searched for like weeks for a way to root it, and when I found the way, I made the video exactly when I was going through the process steps. No, actually this one, no, I rooted it first and then I did the video. But nonetheless, yeah, this one's sitting at, I think, 77,000 views.
GTX Full Synthetic provides 6 times better wear protection.
Yeah, 77,000 views.
Maximum protection.
Gosh, right now they gotta give me
price
ads
plan
that
theorem. If you bundle
not skippable.
home and auto.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? So, the Next Book 8 tablet.
I can tell you right now, this video was shot with the Samsung Intercept. I can tell by the way my audio sounds and how you can hear my air conditioner vent just going off. This was shot with the Samsung Intercept for Virgin Mobile. Just FYI.
And it has the ability to be rooted. Now I'll show you guys that I have super user
I remember that app.
permissions.
You guys remember the app? If you guys were, rooting your devices, you guys remember the app called Black Market Alpha, where you can find like a lot of apps that were used to modify your Android device that were not hosted on the Google Play Store? Fun times back then.
Bam. Now, for a lot of you guys who are pretty much in the Android development world, you guys know that when you install Super User or Super SU on any device that is not rooted, it's going to ask that one question, which is to install the correct binary files.
I remember that all the time.
It did not ask that because I have root. As you guys can see, Black Market Alpha, Cerberus, Game CIH.
Game CIH was like to cheat on games. I used to use that app. There was a drag race game on Android, and I used to use that to edit the values for the cash in the game, right? Because I wanted to buy more cars, I wanted to modify those cars, and so I wasn't gonna go and spend money in the app. So what I would do is I would use Gamer CIH, and anywhere on the user interface of the game app, if it has a number value, you can edit it. So then I would select on where it would say how much cash I had, and I would edit it and put $1 million. I know, I was such a nerd. Balling out of control, buying every car in the game, the drag race with, the freaking mods and everything like that. It's crazy.
Now, the way to do this is you're going to need to, in the link in the description that I provide, you're going to need to download the 3 files. One is the stock ROM in case you need to get this tablet back to stock. One is the zip file that has all the binaries for the root. So this tablet will have root. And one is the modded recovery. And that's what's happening with this tablet to root it, is that you're going to be using a modded recovery. Yep. Now, you're not going to be flashing the modded recovery onto the tablet. The developers at Freak Tabs, which big thumbs up for.
Yeah, FYI, I would always try to give shout outs to those that are the developers. Freak Tabs were the ones who solved it, because for so long people were trying to get root for that particular tablet that I have, and there just wasn't any. So Freak Tabs actually took the stock recovery. So they didn't make a custom recovery like Twerp or Amen Raw or any of the ones that's out there. They took the stock native recovery from this tablet and they modified it basically to accept unsigned zip files. So like that's the thing about the recovery. If you get a specific file for a specific device, it has a signature to it to verify to validate its authenticity that it is for that tablet or for that phone. So they modified the stock recovery to install unsigned zip files that contained out of the ROM, like the boot image, the system image, and the recovery image for Android devices. I would not root my device now that I know what I did not know. You could brick your phone. Your phone could be rejected by banking apps. So yes and no. To kind of get you hip to the fact of that. Yes, if you just root your device and then you start installing all these apps, your banking apps and stuff won't work. This is a reason why that ROM developers have created a system in place that's called Safety Net, and there's modules that you flash that hide the root. So like back in the day, the popular rooting management system was Super User, right? You knew an Android device was rooted when you saw that app that said Super User, clicked on it, it showed you which apps had root access and everything like that. So what they do now, they use Magisk. And Magisk is very good, very good. I don't have a reason to root my devices. So I don't root my devices anymore. But if I really, really wanted to, I can, and I would know how to be able to use my banking apps without it rejecting because the device has been modified. So in the Google Play Store, there's something that's called the Play Integrity, right? This is where the Play Store, cycles through your phone to make sure that the bootloader is still locked and that you don't have root access and that there is no system modifications done outside of the scope of what Android is. It's such a weird concept because Android is open source. So you're supposed to be able to do what you want with Android. Like literally, you could build your own version of Android. That's what custom ROMs are just at-home guys like you and me or gals that specifically put a custom operating system together with the Android source code. And they put it out there for people to install it on their devices. So with SafetyNet, what SafetyNet does is it blocks the ability for the security apps to know that you're rooted. It hides it. Of course, if you're somebody that's not well versed with smartphone operating systems, then yeah, of course, I wouldn't recommend rooting your device because you are making your device vulnerable. The benefits of root, though, is something that I feel like that everybody should have off the bat. What rooting your device is, it's not identical to iPhone and their jailbreaking. Rooting your device is giving you full control over your Android device. iPhones, you have to jailbreak them. So you are going against the entire security of the system. That's why Apple frowns upon it. That's why it's called jailbreaking, because you are breaking iOS in order to be able to do things, to customize it, install apps that hasn't been validated by the Apple App Store. That's why. With Android rooting, all you're doing is just giving yourself full control over the operating system yourself. Kind of like what Android app developers do. This is why with Android Studios, it's best to have a rooted device, because if you're going to be building an app for an Android phone, you want to be able to kind of fudge around with certain things, giving you full control over the device. So that's what root is for. People back then did a lot of rooting only because they wanted to get rid of bloatware. Like they wanted to get rid of all the Verizon apps, all the T-Mobile apps, all the Boost Mobile apps, and the Metro apps. They wanted to get rid of them. They wanted a bare bones Android experience. And so because of that, that's why they would go to XDA or SDX or any of these other sites that are dedicated to modding Android devices, and they would root their phones. Is to get rid of a lot of bloatware, to free up a lot of space, to have that additional space, to free up the load of the RAM and be able to, have a smoother experience. That was the whole point. But even if you were to get root today on your device, you're still able to use your banking apps as you would normally use them. You just have to go an extra step. Besides rooting your device, you also have to, install modules that protect from the bootloader being noticed that it's unlocked. And you also need SafetyNet that keeps the Play Integrity security intact and also hides roots. So that you can actually. And bricking your device, really all that really comes down to is if you do something out of the steps. 9 times out of 10, when my years dealing with custom ROMs and rooting devices, and a lot of people would reach out to me and they would give me 50% of the truth of what they did. It wasn't until I would get into DMs with them, like on Google Hangouts, which I miss Hangouts because they had all the threads from everybody that I helped out personally. And I would find out that they did a misstep, or they forgot to do this, or they went ahead and flashed this before this. Like they would do things out of step. And you know what? Everyone makes mistakes, right? So I'm not going to jump down their throat to be mad at them. I'm going to try to help them recover it. Majority of the time, a soft brick can be recovered. If it's a software brick, and basically all you would have to do is just connect it, open up platform tools, pull up, command prompt, get the stock system image, go into fast boot, and then flash the system image, and that would fix it. A hard brick is where basically the best, like I said, the best way, because I don't want anyone doing it, but the quickest method to hard bricking your device literally consists of like changing or flashing the stock recovery without flashing the stock ROM, or not having the custom ROM on there. Because once you do that and you're back to the stock recovery does not allow anything unsigned. So you won't be able to flash anything with the stock recovery. You can't even flash the stock system image. And then on top of that, you have no operating system on your device. So every time you boot it on, it's going to go straight to the splash screen and go no further than that. You won't even see a booting animation. What up, B-Tech? You won't even see a splash screen because there's no software to load. So that would be a hard brick. Anyways, you just got home from work? Nice, man. How was work today? Anyways, let's continue on. Just like another minute of reacting to this video.
Doing this. They're now working on porting Clockwork Mod Recovery or Twerp Recovery to this tablet. Because for right now, it still has the stock recovery, which won't let you really flash any type of modification on it. So once you download those 3 files that I from the link file onto the SD card, and from the modded recovery 3E zip, you're going to extract the uimage underscore recovery file and place that on the SD card, because that is
the original is my go-to, but the spicy filet lives up to the hype. Hey, it's Jillian, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A.
No, we don't love your ads. Anyways, yeah, that was rooting the Nextbook 8 HD. Through root, I don't ever remember that you were able to carry or unlock a device through root. And the reason why I say that is because getting the SIM unlock code came from the carrier. There was not a way that I thought of. I mean, I could be wrong. It's been years since I've done it, but I don't think you could carry or unlock a device with root. You could do anything you want except put a different SIM card. Because in any of the Boost mobile phones that I've rooted, any of the Virgin mobile phones that I've rooted, I've never been able to put a different SIM card other than the carrier specific SIM card in it. That's something that, you would have to go to one of those people. And like, if people don't know how these unlock companies do it, these unlock companies know the scenarios that gets them the SIM unlock code. When you pay them $40 to network unlock your iPhone, or network unlock, your Google Pixel or your Motorola, they get in contact with carriers, or they also have software that allows to generate a code that would work. So yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look into that, but I don't think you could do that. I'm reacting to the top 4 popular videos on my channel, which I already did 3 of them. So I did the LG G Stylo, how to move apps to SD card when adoptable storage was a thing back in the day. That's at 97,000 views. And then I did the unlock Wi-Fi hotspot on Boost Mobile with root required, and that was 92,000 views. I just watched a brief moment of the Nextbook 8 tablet how to root. That was at 77,000 views. And then the last one I'm going to react to here in a little bit is the LG X Power versus the Samsung Galaxy J7. But I'm only watching like a few minutes of them. I'm not watching the whole videos. And then I'm also just, sharing, memories and experiences being a content creator on YouTube. And I'm also going to go on the whole Boost Mobile talk about, the infinite iPhone access plan, because I read something interesting from somebody, and I'm going to address that at the end of all this. But yeah, so I mean, my channel was really pretty much based on the fact of like rooting phones. That was like the main core thing. It started a shift to going into mobile phones a little bit later, obviously when situations got better. Like, I'm 42 years old. I really don't give a fuck how people judge me or stuff like that. Here's the exclusive. Okay, so here's the whole shiv on who I was back then as a content creator and how things came to be. Let me just start off by telling you guys that I was poor as fuck. Okay, I was poor beyond anything. Like, I'm not even kidding at all. my wife and I, when we were younger, we didn't have jobs. We were making ends meet, trying what we could. I would sell things here and there, not anything illegal, but we were literally like living off of $50 a month. Okay, kid you not. So it was like we did certain shortcuts and stuff like that that would put a couple $1,000s in our pocket, every year. And every year that would be the time where I would like get a new phone and I would upgrade and I would unbox it. And then I would spend the better part of that year just doing a lot of videos about it, finding things out, how to root it, how to do this, how to do that, new software update for it, installing it, what's new, what's changed. But I was always on like 1 or 2 devices a year. It wasn't until later on where, we got jobs, we started, having more income coming in. We found somebody to be able to babysit our kids so we can go to work. We just started doing a lot of things, progressing little by little, So this is like, my wife and I have had ups and downs. We've had good times, we had bad times. We had some real shitty times. We had some of our best times. And the reason that we always find ourselves coming back to each other, is just because we've been through a lot together, a lot of hardships. Like, of course, back then, my younger mind, I was too embarrassed. I was too scared to even admit to anybody that I didn't even have, $2 to rub in my pocket, and, I was, I still am. But back then when I made YouTube Partnership, I was happy because, once a month, back then I was making like $300-400. So that was a good supplement to kind of come in and help out with, household bills and things like that. Like I was really, really down in the dirt at that time. I had lost everything. I had basically gone through a divorce. I had lost everything. Everything that I had was taken from me. So I had to restart all over again. And then I ended up meeting my wife, and she was going through a very tough time. I'm not going to tell her side of the story of things because that's personal for her. But we were just pretty much 2 people down on their luck that happened to cross paths with each other. And we established a relationship together. We I had my first daughter with her. She gave me a daughter. And call it whatever you want, call it ghetto, call it whatever it is, but we were making ends meet however we could, as long as it wasn't illegal, because we did not want to jeopardize being ripped away from our children. So yeah, back then, during the times of these videos, it was like, I still don't even know how the hell we did it back then. I still don't know how we kept the roof over our head, When I lived on the south side of Phoenix, that area, that was government housing. Like, I lived in government housing. That's how, me and my wife was like really that broke and able to stay in housing. We were depending on our government. We were depending on handouts and stuff like that from the government and everything, food banks for food and stuff like that. We were doing all that. I don't ever really talk about this because it's not my finest hour. It wasn't my finest moments. Like, I was young. I was stupid. I thought I fucking knew about life, and I didn't know shit about it. And so every opportunity that I had to make something of myself, I squandered it, which is why I'm always on my kids about, doing the best that they can in school and achieving, something better, something greater. Like, I don't demand perfection. It's progress, not perfection. But I just want them to be better than me. Is why I strive so hard for them to understand that I don't want them to live the life that I live. I don't want them standing in line for a food box from a food bank. I don't want them to be going into the welfare office and having to give every bit of your information just to get help to buy groceries. You got to tell them your shoe size. You got to tell them how long your dick is. I mean, that's how bad it is these days when it comes to going into the welfare office. They want to know every score and every sore. And it's like, why the fuck do you guys need it? And, it was, back in 2013 when it hit me in the head, and I was like, I'm sick and tired of this life. And my wife and I, we had a few drinks. We were sitting in the backyard. Kids were playing at the park about a couple of feet away from us. And at the time, one of my best friends, Alex, before he passed away, he would always come over every weekend and hang out with me and my wife. And We were just sitting out there, and I remember looking at her. I was like halfway buzzed, and I just told my wife, like, I'm fucking sick of this. Like, I'm sick of people looking at me like I'm a piece of shit. I'm sick of people looking at me like, oh, he is what he's supposed to be just based on the way that I looked. I was tired of it. I was tired of like scraping the bottom of the barrel. I was tired of eking my way through life. And my wife felt the same way too. And like, that, I shit you not, we sobered up. And the next day, like, we were walking around, and she was the first one to score a job because we were walking to the supermarket, which was right near where we lived at on the south side of Phoenix. And so we went to go buy some stuff for dinner, and we were leaving. And right next to the place was a pizza shop called Pizza Patron, and it had a sign that said "Help Wanted." So I was shocked because my wife was wearing pajama pants and a regular T-shirt. She walked in, she talked to the store manager, and she walked out, and she was like, "I start Monday." I was like, "How the fuck did you get a job looking like that?" I was so shocked, but I was so happy and so proud of her. And so she started working at that pizza joint. She worked there for like 3 months, and then her store manager asked her to become the assistant manager. And so she became the assistant manager. She worked the night shift. The store manager worked the day shift. My Hanai brother Ruben moved in with us. He left Hawaii and came to Phoenix, and he lived with us. And he got a job there. He got hired, so he was working on her night crew. And she became assistant manager. She did that for a couple of years, and I got hired with Sprint. So I was working Sprint. She was doing that. And then she got offered a job working for ASU for one of their like little mini market stores that sells like food, drinks, and notebooks, pencils, and stuff for college students and everything. She got hired for them. She got hired as a cashier. She left the pizza job to work at ASU. Worked there for like 8 months and was promoted to the manager of that little mini store because they needed a new manager because the other one had quit. So she became the manager of that store, and she managed that store for 5 years before actually taking a position with a grocery chain. She was talked to because she got a second part-time job. Things were starting to come up in price. Rent was starting to come up in price. We moved from the south side to the east side. Very nice apartments. I was very happy living there. $1,300 a month for a 3-bedroom. And so she took on a part-time job at a grocery chain. The manager of that store loved the way that she worked and asked her to come as a full-time associate. So she left the ASU job because they were changing a lot of things. They were bringing the union in. So she went ahead and switched up and started working for a major grocery chain. Started off as a cashier, part-time. She became permanent with the company and full-time cashier for like, I think 3.5 weeks or almost a month. Almost a month before the same manager approached her and said that I want you to be one of my service supervisors, and promoted her to a service supervisor. She was a service supervisor 4th. There's usually like 4 or 5 SSs and then a customer service manager on the front end. And so she was the 4th. She was at the bottom of the totem pole. She rose up to becoming the 2nd in command. And then it was like the beginning of this year, she got promoted to being a customer service manager. So now she has her own store that she runs. I gave you guys my wife's journey of her success, but not her downfalls. But we were just 2 young parents that had a lot of bad luck in their lives. You know what I mean? So in my early days of YouTube, from 2010 to 2013, 14, I was poor. I was a scrub, ghetto, if you want to call it, whatever people want to label somebody that's like, living down on their luck because they're stupid, right? Because it wasn't society that made me that way. It was my stupidity that made me that way. Over the years, I started getting smarter, wiser, stopped fighting against my dad, stopped fighting against my older sister, and started listening to them because they meant well. And I am where I am today. I wish I could have been more, because for me, all I ever want to do is give the best to my kids. Like I won't fucking lie to you guys. Like there was one point I wish my channel had gone viral into the millions. I would love to make, you know, $6,000 a month doing YouTube content because I want to give more to my kids. I want to give them everything that I can give them. And I, you know, there's people that know me personally and they're like, hey, you're a great dad. I don't buy into it because I feel like I could have done more for my kids, but because I was stupid when I was younger and I had forfeited a lot of good opportunities that would have put me in a better place in life, that I am now, you know, sometimes ashamed that I can't get my kids what other kids are able to get. You know, I get hurt by that. You know, I feel like that, you know, I don't get my kids like the best sneakers. I don't get them the best clothes. And my kids are always so comforting to me because they're like, they don't care about that type of stuff. Like my daughter's happy with her Pokemon shoes. You know, my son is happy with the Sonic the Hedgehog shoes because that's his favorite video game. You know, my oldest daughter, you know, she appreciates the fact that she got a pair of Adidas. And, you know, that's like to me as a parent, like I wish I could give them the Jordans. I can give them, you know, the $100 pair of shoes and I can't. Even today, like, yeah, me and my wife are doing financially better today. But, you know, with inflation at the way it is, because we were living comfortable. But now inflation has happened. And with inflation happening, but not any real big money moves happening for us, you know, now we're back to feeling the pinch like we did 10 years ago when we had nothing. It almost feels like that we have nothing again. This is the reason why that I, you know, for all these years, I would always tell you guys, like, I'll try to get this device. I'll try to review it because since I know how hard it is to survive on $50 a month, trying to make that shit stretch, especially when I used to smoke cigarettes back in the day and had an addiction to that crap. I could have $500. Fuck it. I could have $1,000 right now in my pocket, which would be like, go ahead, buy the Pixel 9. But before I would ever spend that money on the Pixel 9, everything just kind of goes through my head. What happens 3 weeks from now? 3 weeks from now, am I going to need this money then for something? Or maybe I hadn't taken my daughters out to buy them something new in like 3 months. I should do that first. I should go take them to see a movie. I should take them out. You know, for, you know, like dinner or something. Those are things that I do before I ever spend money on myself. You know, that's the way it's always been. This is why, like even with the Helium mobile partnership thing that I have going on, like, yes, I do get something out of that for everyone that sides up. And so I'm always heavily pushing it because I'm always trying to build up something for my kids. Like, I don't advertise it on YouTube because I feel like that so many people always bring up their kids. Like, I do YouTube for my kids. I do YouTube for this. I do YouTube for that for my kids, right? And I'm not saying that they don't. Some are genuine. Like Sneed, I know is genuinely putting what he makes aside for his daughter. I think what resonates me to have a friendship with Sneed is that when it comes to being a parent to our kids, we both have similar ideas. Like, we want to do everything for our kids. Nothing else in the world matters. And this is from my time of having like personal conversations with Sneed on the phone. When he and I would just talk on, you know, Google Meets or whatever. But there are other people that do the same thing. And I feel like if I do it, I'm just like a person amongst a herd saying the same shit that everyone hears. Like, oh yeah, I do everything for my kids, or, you know, whatever, whatnot. And it's for, you know, and you can tell that that's furthest from that, right? Like, I don't go out of my way to point out people that are lying or anything like that. I'm not a YouTube police officer to do that shit. I know that there's people that have done it, and you know, hey, they got away with it. You know, people bought into it, hit a bunch of super chats on their live stream, filled up their pockets, and then they dipped. They're gone. They're not even here today on YouTube doing the YouTube thing. Like, they're just so gone. You know, so I never really advertised it. You know, never really advertised like every single live stream or every single video or in my video descriptions. I never advertise it that what I get, I give to my kids. Like, I've mentioned it several times in the past, but it's not like an everyday thing that I mention it to get sympathy from people, to donate, to you know, super chat or anything like that. I don't do that. I just feel like it's so cliche. Everyone's doing it on social media, on Instagram. Everyone's, you know, hitting hard times. Everyone's using whatever the hard times is as a reasoning to try to get help by creating content for people and hoping that they would give something back in return. I go into this live streaming and everything like that. Whether you guys click, you know, to donate, it's up to you guys. I tell you guys where it's at if you guys want to do it, but I never expect it or demand it. And you know what? I still do this, right? Notice, like, every now and then people will donate here and there, right? Like Gene has done super chats. B-Tech has done super chats. Sneed has done a super chat. Nian Dang did a super chat recently, right? And like, you know, I tell you guys, like, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. I appreciate the gesture, but you didn't have to do that. But you've noticed that like my live streams, my videos have stayed consistent. I've never shifted the way that I've done things on YouTube as far as live streams and stuff like that, based upon how much super chats I'm getting. It's because I don't focus on that. I leave that up to you. It's just like, what was it? There was like I felt weird because there were several content creators that reached out to me. They still don't believe me when I say this. You know, YouTube has a method where you could actually get YouTube to boost your videos. Yes, you have to pay for your videos to get boosted for the, you know, for the system to push it to more people who haven't seen your channel before to get you discovered, right? And there are content creators that have done this, right? Nothing bad about it. Trust me, I'm not knocking them down for it. I never really knew the intricate workings of how it worked. So since the very first video uploaded on this channel till today, right now, as I'm fucking talking to you guys, I have never had any of my videos boosted by me paying for it. So every view, every subscriber has been slow, has been a journey, because I can say that my channel is purely built on just reliance of people discovering my channel and liking the content. I haven't had it pushed. Like, I've done my own marketing. I have posted my video links on Facebook and on Twitter and on, you know, now on Threads. I've shared links on Instagram story. I've shared links on Snapchat. Like, I'm on a lot of fucking social platforms. B-Tech can verify this to you guys. I have so many social platforms that I am on. Just to name it off, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, now known as X, I'm on Threads. I am on Clapper, I am on TikTok, I am on Snapchat, I am on Mastodon. I still haven't gotten the invite to Blue Sky, which is the rebuild of Twitter. The people that made Twitter rebuilt the social platform to compete against it, and it's B-Tech. You didn't have to do that because you don't have to do that, man. You don't have to do that. I appreciate it, but you don't have to do that. But yeah, B-Tech can tell you guys, I have so much social platforms. I'll hit them up and be like, yo, I'm on Clapper. As a matter of fact, if you guys want to know who said that Clapper sounds a bit dirty, it was B-Tech who said it. When I told him I'm on Clapper, uploading content there, trying to get new fresh eyes to come to my channel on YouTube, and he was like, it sounds dirty, right? I was like, yeah, I can see that. But, you know, I try MeWe. Yes, MeWe. I go on all these social platforms to try to get new eyes to come check out my channel. I am my own fucking marketing team. I market my shit myself. I am my own ad campaign. Sometimes I say some of the most cringiest shit ever. And sometimes I say some of the most clever shit. It just depends. But at the end of the day, like, I am fucking grinding and trying. When I say I'm grinding and trying, I'm not saying that where I have a camp of people surrounding me doing things for me while I just sit on my ass and make content. I do everything myself. You know, B-Tech does everything himself. RJ, CV Tech, does everything himself. You know, Sneed does everything himself. Carlos S. Tech does everything himself. Like, we are the content creators that do everything ourselves. We are everything. The aspect of the brand Aloha Android begins and ends with me and nobody else. The biggest factor of the channel growth is all of you guys. You are the reason that the channel grew, not me. I just put in the work to make something, to give a reason for why the channel should grow, if it deserves to grow. Let's do a quick reaction to this real quick.
I saved $700 with Liberty Mutual.
Of course, more ads. More ads. Let me full screen this.
Hey, what's up, guys? Tito here. With
Look at my hair.
Comparison video between the Samsung Galaxy J7 and the LG X Power.
I missed that ring. That wedding band, I miss it. I lost it. And I missed my New York t-shirt.
J7, I think, retailing at $249.99.
Tell me something in the chat. Do I still look the same?
$129.99. Both are some great options, so we're going to dive down, talk a little bit about both devices, and also run a geek.
I think I was like 29 years old when I dropped this video.
A few apps to see which one.
This is when I moved to the east side, so
opening applications.
You know, I got out of the slums. So I got out of the, you know, the old school intro. You remember that video, Isaac? Yeah. Okay, so here we go. We have both devices side by side with each other. I think the brightness is. I don't know if the stream cut off.
Same point, about 40%.
It might have.
I'm not trying to open that up yet, so we'll clear that out, and we'll clear out this background now.
I'm gonna look for that wallpaper. I like that.
So you guys right now can take a look at the difference between the display, the J7 being just a little bit more brighter, and with the brightness on camera, it looks washed out, but it's actually not. That's just the brightness of the display. And you got two different types of UI sitting here. So you have TouchWiz with the Samsung Galaxy J7. You have LG's UX5 with the LG X.
Let me skip a little ahead here.
The J7 is wider, but
look at my Pebble smartwatches. Oh shit!
About the same as far as in weight, but the J7 is slightly heavier.
I wish they were still around today.
Both are built directly out of plastic. So let's go ahead and power on to the screen.
Look at that clip to the right, that pink clip. You put it over your camera to get like a fisheye lens.
And open up apps at the same time. So let's
when phones were awesome back in the day. Oh my god, that little sound when you unlocked it.
And so
could you imagine an LG X Power with the in-display fingerprint
1, 2,
sensor?
3, go.
Oh yeah,
there we go.
The test, open app test.
So back.
I stopped doing that. I know some people still do that today to compare a phone. I stopped doing that.
Let's go with Twitter. 1, 2, 3, go.
Back in the day when Twitter was like that.
Okay. So the X Power.
The LG X Power is a beast of a phone.
Let's go with Google Plus. Battery.
Towards the end.
Audio quality is really, really good with the X Power, especially the rear-facing speaker is louder than the J7's.
There's the other Samsung that I have right there to the left, and the ZTE Warp Elite at the very bottom on the left.
To the X Power. That's what
right over here
has going for it. Sometimes I do have a little bit of cell interruption while I'm talking on the phone, and I can hear the person kind of cut in and cut out. And someone
drove by the house.
Brought that to my attention. I didn't experience that
performance
the first couple of
speed
days
test.
using the X Power, but I started to notice it throughout some time. So
this was back in the day when we had Google Allo and Google Duo. Look at that right next to Android messages.
J7 and the X Power. Smash that
I miss
like button.
Allo.
You guys decide which one's the clear winner between these two. As this video is only intended to help people who are
the
trying
LG
to decide
Tribute.
between
No, that's the Moto E.
J7 and which one they should get.
Right there.
Of course, the J7 going for $249.99.
I can't see what these phones are. I know this one right here is the Oppo's Crystal.
At Boost Mobile for the X Power.
Right
so
there where my mouse is at. That's the Oppo's Crystal down there.
So yeah. Subscribe to my channel if you have not to check out more videos like this and some of my other ones that I've done. And I'll see you guys in a later video. Aloha.
Oh, I didn't have the ending on that one. That's funny. Didn't have to let me out. I'm stuck in your pocket. I always enjoyed doing that. Yeah, my oldest video was 12 years ago. Jesus Christ, those are some old videos. Some of them, like I said, I was always around getting like 100 to like 300 to 500 views. Some videos would get like over 1,000 views, right? Like the unboxing of the Nextbook 8 tablet, first impression, 5.6 thousand views on that. Yeah, but anyways, I can tell you guys, you know, it wasn't easy doing all of this. It really wasn't. And at the one time that I was vulnerable in 2020, and I kind of opened up myself a little bit more, because trust me, I wasn't this open about who I was, until I started, collaborating with more people. And there were some people who, said some very mean, horrible things about me. There are some people that said some very mean, horrible things about my wife. There's people that made fun of the way I dressed, which, kind of annoyed me, because I'm the type of parent, I will put my kids in the better clothes. I don't need the better clothes. I don't need to go out to dinner wearing a very, flamboyant, flashy outfit. I'm not that type of guy. I'm a put on my basketball shorts, put on a cut-up sleeve t-shirt, put on my sneakers, and go with my kids to the restaurant. As long as my kids are well-groomed, as long as they look super clean, and as long as they have very nice outfits, that's all that's ever mattered to me, and that's all that will ever matter to me now. And so when someone was making fun of the way that I dressed, or like I'm fat, like I know I'm fat. That's why me and my wife are on this weight loss journey together. We haven't really uploaded anything lately, just because we've been super busy. Well, she's been mostly super busy, and I don't want to exclude her from the videos. But we're both trying to lose weight. But yeah, I'm 173 pounds. Back then when I was making those YouTube videos, I was 210 pounds, 207 pounds. I've dropped weight, and I'm continuing to, to lose weight. But, it really hurt me to not really be open with people anymore. The one time that I started to open up a little bit about myself, and it had a lot of my flaws thrown in my face, said about me, amongst people in the tech space, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. I'm pretty sure that, that creator, if they were to hear this, they would probably feel some sort of victory to be like, oh, I did hurt Tito. I did fuck his feelings up. And it's like, yeah, like you did. Obviously you did. It never stopped me from making videos, and it never stopped me from continuing to do this. You know what I mean? But I'm not a person that has all the breaks. I'm not a person that has all the money. I have to make financial decisions that benefit my kids overall anything, which is why, like, sometimes, like, I'm even hard on myself if I can't review a device that I know that you guys want to see, but before I ever buy anything for me in that context to be able to unbox and review on YouTube, I will first spend that money on my kids, and whatever I have left over, I would put into like a little savings. You guys want to see my savings for a phone? I'll show you guys. Can't believe I'm about to fucking show you all this, but that is my savings for a phone. That is what I stuff every coin. I stuff every coin in my pocket. If I find a quarter on the ground, I pick it up, I take it home, I throw it in there. This is also the reason why that when the community got together with Carlos and Sneed and Ricky and everybody, and Carlos sent me the Pixel 7 and the Pixel Watch, is why I always give him a shout out for it, and I always have a smile on my face when I think back to that day. Trust me, when Carlos wanted me to do the live stream to open up the package he sent me, and I got that shirt, that his custom shirt, and I was all happy about the shirt, and he told me to look in there, and I pulled out the Pixel 7, and I was in shock, and he told me to look in there. There was something else, and I looked in and I saw the Pixel Watch. I tried really hard not to cry. That was a very huge, generous gesture. You know what I mean? When I talk about, a phone that B-Tech sent me, I try not to cry because I don't want to show that vulnerability of myself, even though I'm feeling it deep inside, because they don't have to do these things. That's the thing that I understand about everyone that I'm connected with through YouTube. Nobody has to do a fucking thing. Nobody has to watch my videos. No one has to thumbs up it. Nobody has to be here on the live stream. I could be sitting here as a ghost town and nobody here to listen. B-Tech so many times always try to help me out with the phone. If he had to sell it, he had to sell it. But if he could give it away, he's given me phones. He's given me phones, for me to review and stuff like that. I will always be grateful for those things. The watch band that I got from Google, just because I posted a picture of my Pixel Watch, they sent me an exclusive watch band. Like, You know, I count those blessings and I hold on to those blessings because they didn't really have to happen to me. You know, it's been rocky, and I'm sorry if it felt like that I've distanced myself away from, you know, the SMT community or from Carlos or from everybody else, you know, but from the drama that happened, it really did mess with me. It messed with my kids because my kids are like my biggest fans. They watch my videos. They watch my videos to see their dad, and you know, they show me off to their friends. That's up to them. I don't think I'm that fucking special at all whatsoever, but they do. And so they show their friends. My dad's a YouTuber, and he's got like, you know, over 12,000 followers, and now over 13,000 followers. And you know, when they find out, you know, somebody said this about me. My oldest daughter heard a live stream where someone had stated that, you know, Carlos messed with my wife, which was never true because Carlos was never really around us like that. Like, he only visited me like a total of 5 times. And those 5 times weren't really at my house, and my wife was not around. It was just me rolling around with him doing speed tests in Tempe, Mesa, Scottsdale, and staying at the, you know, going to the luxury hotels that he would stay at when he was here. Fucking amazing hotels, you know? And I would just hang out with him and Ray, and we would just, you know, talk about everything under the sun. But, you know, they would spread those vicious lies, and my daughters got wind of it, and it hurt them. It hurt them more than anything. And so I really separated myself from a lot of it, even though the drama has ceased to exist, right? Everyone's getting along. People have made amends. People have said sorry, apologized. And now, you know, everyone's cool and everyone's doing their own thing. And I'm so happy it's that way. The ones that said some foul things, I don't hate them. I will never hate them, but it is not in the books for me to open myself back up to them. I'm the type of person that if you burn me really bad one time, you're done. Like, I won't say anything bad about you, and I would still be there to help. Like, if the person wanted help with like an idea for YouTube, and I wouldn't mind helping them. But clicking up outside of tech and everything like that is never going to happen. And I only wish them the best. I only wish them much success, much blessings, and I hope, you know, that they find happiness in life where they never have to result to being, you know, that type of person ever again. That type of thing. What did they put in here? Anyways. Yeah, so you know, to be honest with everybody, is the reason why that like little things like this that some people would say is trivial, you know, in my mind, it's not trivial at all. And it's absolutely a blessing. And it's absolutely a blessing to have all of you guys here in the chat to say what you're saying, you know, I can't thank you guys enough for it. Like, I wish, and this is why, like, I told my wife this the other day, and I've told you guys this before, but I said this. This is why I feel like that life would never put me on a path to becoming a billionaire. And it's not because I want to buy your guys' friendship or I want to buy your guys' happiness, but because the way you guys make me feel, you know, somebody who, you know, suffered multiple personality disorder, ADHD, depression, you know, my wife makes me feel good. My kids make me feel good. When they're not home and I'm home by myself, I always get afraid about being depressed. But you guys always make me feel good about myself. Just being there to chat with me and ask me questions about tech or share information about tech. You guys are always there to do that. And I can't thank you guys enough. If I had billions of dollars, I would email you guys individually and let you guys pick whatever tablet, phone, or piece of tech that you want. And I'm going to order it right then and there and have it shipped to you. No questions asked. I would love to set up a meetup and buy everybody's plane ticket to fly out for a weekend, fun, and everyone hang out together. You know, I don't have the money to do that, but that's something that I would do if I had that type of money. Like, even if, like, for some reason, I may make like one viral video that just gets the attention of my channel, and all of a sudden, over a span of 6 months, I hit 1 million followers on YouTube and I'm making 6 figures like the big YouTubers. Even if I had that kind of money, I would never forget where I came from and that it was you guys that put me in that position. And I would always do something to basically give back to you guys for you guys always giving to me, give back to all of you. I wish I could do that, and I pray to do that. And maybe one day I'll get lucky and it will happen. Maybe one day I can do something amazing just once for all of you, just one time, just once in life. I could do something for you guys, and I will do it. Now, real quick before I end the podcast, going on about the whole Boost Infinite iPhone thing, the thing I want to kind of address, and if someone can give me clarification, because I'll actually go more in depth in a video, but looks like that somebody posted on Reddit, on the Boost Infinite group on Reddit, they were talking about exchanging their iPhone 15 Pro Max for an iPhone 16 Pro Max. They were told by Boost Infinite that they have to send the iPhone 15 back, and then they will get the iPhone 16. I find that weird for Dish to do that, because then what does the customer have for a phone in the meantime? Like, shouldn't it be that they send the iPhone 16 and the customer then has a return box to put the iPhone 15 in it and send it back to Boost Infinite or Boost Mobile, and then they inspect the phone? And then, because I mean, they have the ability to just charge the customer, right? If people are like, oh, the reason why they're doing it is because if the iPhone 15 is damaged, they just gave them an iPhone 16. True. But if they return the iPhone 15 after getting the 16 and it's damaged, they can put that charge on the customer's bill. And the customer screws their credit up if they don't pay that bill. So Dish really won't lose out. I think it's stupid. If that's really true, I think it's stupid to have the customer send the iPhone 15 they got on the Infinite Access iPhone plan to send the 15 back first, and then they'll get sent the 16. That's stupid, because you would have to deal with a week to 2 weeks, depending on how long it takes for the 15 to get back to their warehouse, for them to check it, inspect it, and scan it in that they received it, and then package the iPhone 16 and send that out to the customer. That just seems stupid. So if anyone can confirm that, let me know in the comments. I'll be dropping a video later on this week, more talking about that, but it's going to be a video, not a live stream. So I'll premiere it. I'll be in the chat watching and replying to your guys' live chat comments during the premiere, but it's going to be a video. I want to thank all of you guys for rocking with me so many years, whether you've been here since 2011 or you've been here since 2020 or 2019. Doesn't matter. You rock with me and you're on here. I love you guys very much. I appreciate you guys very much. I hope you guys can really see that. The fact that I opened up to you about some of my embarrassing lifestyles, I hope you guys can see that I am being vulnerable with you guys enough to tell you more about who I am and where I come from. And, yeah, it wasn't easy to do. It's not easy to tell people that you lived in the projects and you were poor a long time ago when you first started doing YouTube. It's still not easy to say it today, but so that people understand where I'm coming from, learn a little bit more. I think the best way for you guys to understand me and who I am is, if I tell you who I am. And I'll continue to show you guys so much love, and I'm so humble that you guys took a chance on me to follow my content and to react to it. I love you guys for it. I do. I thank you guys for being here tonight. I know you guys have better things to do. And so with that, I'll leave you guys, to the rest of your day. Happy Monday. Congratulations. We hit 13,000 subscribers plus. We did it. Y'all and me. We did it. We're such a great team. I'll talk to y'all later. And again, there's a QR code for you guys. If you guys want to get 1 month free of Helium Mobile, upon sign up, when you're checking out, where it says apply promo code, put my promo code in there. You'll get 1 month free. Drop a comment if you did. I appreciate it. Love you guys. Good night.